Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank you folks that do like, watch, and share my videos. You people are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's some links in the description. Please go down there and follow all those channels, like those channels, and turn on your notification for all those channels. There's a gaming channel, a reactions channel, another sports channel, a Twitch channel down there as well, because I'm going to start live gaming. Please support those channels. Go down there, follow them again, like them, turn on the notifications so that when I'm posting things on those channels, folks, you folks will be in the know. I want to definitely get involved with you folks on those channels and just enjoy my content on there and be able to connect with you folks on there as well. So again, please go down there, subscribe, follow, and turn on your notifications for those channels. And I want to thank everyone that does. With that said, pushing that aside, it is time to talk about the possibility of the New York Jets trading for a wide receiver. Okay? Listen, I got hit up. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got hit up after that last video. A lot of people had questions, and they threw a couple questions my way. I understood everyone's kind of looking at the draft saying, we're not very sure about it. I had people saying, listen, what about these wide receivers in the market, Joe? Would you make a move for some of them, if a lot of these guys, were extremely available, and teams were looking to move them? And I said, well, hey, I'd be interested in making some moves. We got a little bit of capital, but, give me some names. Give me some guys that you'd be interested in, being brought to the Jets. So had people throw a couple names at me. I wrote down the top 3 names that were thrown at me, and I'm going to answer these questions. I don't hide from y'all, bro. I don't hide from y'all, bro. I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm always right here. So the first name that was thrown at me was Juju Smith-Schuster. The answer is yes. I would make a move for Juju. The thing is I think the most that I would give up for Juju is a second-round pick. I think Juju's a great player. I think he'd be a great addition and piece to this offense. He'd be a great piece that would help us complete this puzzle of a functioning offense. I know that he's not necessarily like the game-breaking #1 wide receiver that everyone's looking for, but he's a very good wide receiver. And he's a guy, that's still growing as well, still a young player, a guy that, still has quite a bit ahead of him. So I would look to make a move for him if he was available. Like I said, a second-round pick. I think the biggest hurdle in the deal would probably be trying to figure out the contract, because he is coming up for a contract, I believe, after this season. So as long as he would, not be asking for astronomical numbers as far as, money in the deal, I would make a move for him. I would definitely get a sign and trade done and bring him to the Jets. So Juju Smith-Schuster, that's a yes. That's definitely a yes. I would definitely make a move for him. But again, I would not give up more than a second rounder. That's the most I would give up for Juju. So next name that was thrown at me, Odell Beckham Jr. Woo! Listen, OBJ, I love OBJ. I love OBJ, love him. Would I give up? What is the most that I would give up for OBJ? It would be a first round. Now, the thing about OBJ is, man, he's got everything that we're looking for. And you want to talk about a guy that could be a player that Sam could lean on when times get tough, when things aren't going well. You just look for that guy and just chuck the ball in his direction. That's Odell Beckham Jr. That for sure is Odell Beckham Jr. I mean, Odell will bail you out of bad situations. I've seen him do it for so many different quarterbacks. The thing is I don't know if I would necessarily give up our pick, because if we were to have, the Jets pick alone were to have a really high pick in the top, 5 or top 10, I don't know if I would give that up for OBJ, but I would definitely give up that Seahawks pick. I'd have no issue giving up that Seahawks first rounder whatsoever to make a move to get OBJ in here. So that's what I would give up for him. I would definitely look to give up that Seahawks pick and move him in here. Dude, he's exactly what we need. Odell Beckham, hands down, yes, I would bring him in. The only thing that really would kind of worry me about him, and if I was a general manager, I would definitely have to, talk to him about this, is the possible personality clashes with him and Adam Gase. I could see that not going very well. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I can see that not going very well. But if all that can be ironed out or hammered out, and honestly, if Adam Gase don't, prove his weight here this year, if he ain't pull his weight, he don't become a better coach. It won't matter because his ass gonna be gone anyway. But if You know, if OGJ is going to be here, as long as he was, you know, good to go, and there were not gonna be any issues, and he felt like, hey, yeah, I can work with Adam Gase out. I'm willing to do whatever. I'd have no problem bringing that guy in because that guy is exactly what we need, point blank. Period. All right. So OBJ, yes, first rounder. Seahawks pick, yes. Now the last name that was brought to me, Allen Robinson. Man, let me tell you something about Allen Robinson. I love Allen Robinson. I love Allen Robinson, man. I've been talking about this dude since he was with the Jags. And he went into free agency, and I knew that the Jags weren't going to be able to bring him back. I know he had an injury going into free agency that might have kind of worried a couple teams. It didn't worry me at all. I knew that he was going to come back and be fine. He's always been in unbelievable shape. He's an unbelievable wide receiver that is playing with a quarterback in Trubisky that is garbage. I'm talking about Trubisky is a bad QB. And I think that's why a couple of people may look at Allen Robinson like, he's just kind of average. No, dude, he is way above average. Way above average. Like, this dude is really good, and he's playing with a really bad quarterback that can barely get him the ball. I remember watching a couple Bears games where off the line, he came off, beat the corner, and he was wide open. I'm talking wide open. And he was running down the field by himself, and Trubisky never even looked his way. It was insane. I was like, oh my God. You know, I would scream to have a guy like him on this team. I would absolutely trade a first-round pick for Allen Robinson. Absolutely, hands down. Again, that Seahawks pick is there, so I would definitely look to move that. I think teams would be interested in that as well, especially if it's a mid first round pick. Woo, man, I would move that pick easily for Allen Robinson without a shadow of a doubt, without even thinking about it. I would trade a first round pick for Allen Robinson. Without even thinking. That dude is good. Like, really good. I mean, he's a guy that you can literally build your offense around. You can build an offense around him because of everything that he can do. And, man, it changes everything. You get a guy like Allen Robinson in there for Sam Darnold, they can be, together for the next 5 years, 4 or 5 years, 6 years, something like that. Man, let me tell you, it's going to be lights out for a lot of people in the division because he's going to take care of business. For real. So, yes, I would take Allen Robinson, and again, I would trade a first rounder for him. So that is a yes for me as well. So I want to know what you folks think about this. How do you feel about Juju Smith-Schuster? What would you move for him? Would you be interested in trading for him as well? What is the most that you would give up for Juju? Because I know that was kind of a thing that kind of, was boggling people's minds when I was going back and forth with them. A lot of people were jumping from mid-round picks to second-round picks. There were some people I saw that said, hey, I'll give up a first-rounder for Juju. What are your thoughts about OBJ? Would you be willing to bring him to this team as well? Is there anything that would kind of give you maybe some pause about him? What are your thoughts about compensation to give up from him? And finally, how do you feel about Allen Robinson? Would you make a move for A-Rob, man? Would you do it? What is the most you would give up for Allen Robinson? I want to know that as well from you folks. So please, again, comment down below. I want to know what you folks think. Let's go back and forth there. So you folks have a good one. Peace.